Welcome to Fine Arts. Today we are going to do neon sharks that glow in the dark, which we also call bioluminescent sharks. So today you have creative freedom to create any kind of shark you want, using any colors you want. You also get to add any type of creatures to your ocean scene. Remember that you are the artist. You get to have fun creating this beautiful ocean scene. The first thing we're going to do is practice drawing a shark. So we're going to get a white piece of paper and I'm going to live demo in class how to draw a shark. And you're going to get this drawing guide. And inside the drawing guide, they have some examples of some fish. You have lots of different kinds of examples of how to do things, different types of seaweed, coral. Aha, the pages for the sharks. So if you want a certain kind of shark, you are welcome to customize your shark and make it any way you want. I have the steps on how to do it, and I'm going to teach you how to draw a shark in class with a pencil. Let's get started. Now, if you are done drawing your shark and you've decided that you don't like it, I have something to help you. So I have two different tracers if you don't like the shark that you have drawn. And so you're welcome to trace around the shark template with a Sharpie. So I want you to decide if you like the shark you just drew, then you're going to go over it with a Sharpie. If you don't like it, then you're going to flip your paper over and you're going to pick the large sharks that I have are on cardboard. The smaller sharks that I made are a little bit of a green color. You get to decide if you want your shark going down or if you want it going down a different direction, or maybe you want it going up. You get to decide because you're the artist. So you're going to go ahead and trace around your shark with a Sharpie. Okay, so that is step one on our other drawing guide. And this drawing guide has examples of what we're doing in class. Okay, after you trace around your shark and you like it, we're going to go ahead and glue our frame down. Okay, so let me review how we're going to glue. So you're going to pick whatever color you want. And whatever color you pick for your frame, I want you to use that color somewhere in your artwork. Now remember, when we glue, with our glue brush, we go across, we go down. You don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit on the edge, across, and then up. So you make a rectangle with your glue. Okay, then you're going to flip it over. Try to center it on your paper. And you're going to push, push, push. Then we're going to glue the information sheet on sharks on the back of our paper. Okay, and then you're going to return your glue. You're going to put your glue in the hot tub. Put the lid on your glue jar. And take the cap and twist it around. And let's get started. So I have one shark already drawn for us, so you can kind of see what it is we are doing. And I would get your drawing guide, because your drawing guide really helps you with the steps. So step one was tracing the shark and gluing it down. Step two, we're going to draw an eye. Draw the curved lines for gills, draw a back fin, draw front fin lines coming up into the body. I'm going to show you how to do that. I did make a little bit of a visual so you can see it. So you're going to get your pencil and your Sharpie for this. And let me just show you. I have one done. You also need to decide which direction do you want your shark going. Do you want your shark looking to the left, or do you want to look it to the right? And there's two different kinds of eyes. So notice this eye is more pointed, like an almond shape. That one makes him look a little bit more like a shark. And then I wanted to have a happy shark, so I made a different eye, which is more circular, so he looks a little bit more friendly. But you can see this fish here, he's ready to swim away. So again, you're gonna get to add any kind of ocean animals to your ocean scene for these amazing creatures. Okay, so after you have your shark drawn, we are going to draw in an eye. And again, you can draw the eye any way you want, and you're welcome to look at your drawing guide. So I'm gonna look at this one. So I'm gonna put an eye here, I'm gonna do a circle, and then I'm gonna do another circle inside. And every animal has a twinkle in their eye. So I'm gonna add a little white there and color it in like that. Okay. Now, notice my shark is in sections here. Okay, so I'm gonna use my pencil. Now I'm gonna divide my shark into sections because when we color it in using our neon oil pastels, we want to use two colors. Okay, so we're gonna divide our shark into sections with our pencil. Okay, and there's no wrong way to do it. It's just gonna take your pencil and do like a curved line, and you can do as many sections as you want. And I'm using a pencil for this. Okay, there we go. All right. So it says draw an eye, draw the curved lines for the gills. So the shark has 4 gills, and if it's going to the right, notice they curve this direction. And my other sharks that go the other direction, you can see that they're on the right side. Okay, 3 or 4 gills, you decide. So I'm gonna do a small one, a longer one. It's kind of a curved line, a longer one, and a longer one. And I put my gills inside one section. Okay, the next thing is it says draw the back fin. Okay, so take a look down here. This is really going to give the illusion of a shark. So you have one fin that's in the front. Take a look at this one, how the fin is in the front, and then there's a back fin. And if you take a look at this one, you see there's a fin in the front, and here is the back fin. So you're going to, and again, look at your drawing guide to help you. You're going to draw this line up here. There we go. And then you're going to draw this line up here just a little bit, like that's the fin. And then from here to here, we're going to connect it. So this is the back fin. If you want to make this more pointed, you can. You are the artist. Okay, so mine is looking to the right. Notice this one here is looking to the left. So it says draw the front fin lines coming up into the body. So that's what those lines are. There we go. Next step, we're going to add rows of different sized dots, okay? And so when I did my dots, I did them kind of on both sides of that pencil line, and I did different ones. So let me show you how to do that. So let's say I start with the eye. I just thought about the sharks and how they have different kinds of spots. So I'm going to just do some little dots. And I did them on both sides. And I kind of did bigger ones as it got closer to the body. Remember, there's no wrong way to do this. It's your shark, and every shark is different. So I made kind of bigger ones. I just put them in a pattern. Okay. And after you have your lines, then we're going to add details like a ground floor, plants, rocks, and other sea life. And then we're going to color with neon pastels and regular oil pastels before we paint. And if you look at the front, you can see there's different examples of things like jellyfish or crabs. You get to decide. So let me show you what you have available. So in class, I made lots and lots of drawing guides. So let me just go through it so you know what you have. I have a starfish that's simple, harder starfish, a jellyfish, a crab, another crab. So one has a face. This one's more of cartoonish. This is just a regular crab. A hammerhead shark, a scorpion, a fish, clownfish, seahorse, another kind of clownfish, another fish, blowfish, and there's 3 different fishes here. Angelfish, snail, seashells, turtle, another turtle. So one turtle is swimming, this other turtle can be on the ground floor, and then I have this other sea turtle, and this sea turtle I would say is more advanced. So if you wanted a turtle, the easiest one is this one here that's the smallest. The middle size one is the medium. This one is probably the hardest one. And then I have the coral, anemone, seaweed, and this is also in your paper drawing guide. Okay, so you have lots of choices, and you can look at this also for ideas. I have more fish, dolphin, humpback whale, an orca, clams, a closed and open, and then here's another shark, angelfish, octopus, 2 different kinds. So this one is the easier octopus, the smaller one. The harder octopus is bigger, a manatee, a seal, and another seal. So this one would be like swimming. This one could be on the ground floor, a stingray, and a narwhal. So these will be out on a table. And let's say you want to do a stingray. What you'll do is you open it up and you will take 1 copy and you'll take it back to your desk. It shows you the steps on how to do it. And then when you're done with it, please slide it back inside the pocket folder and shut it so the next person can use it. I'm going to ask that you only take 1 animal or thing at a time. So think about which things you want, and you can create your ocean scene any way you want. So I have one done. So here is my shark. And whenever I drew in the ground floor, before I drew in the ground floor, you can see that I put some animals in there. So I did my crab first, and then I did my little snail. And so I would like it if you could do at least 5 things in your art. So one thing could be a shark, the second thing can be the ground floor, the third thing could be like a fish, or a 4th thing a seashell, the 5th thing you decide. So at least 5 things. You can see I added more than 5 things for this one. So you're going to do all of your animals in Sharpie, okay? Or pencil first if you want to be able to erase. You can use a pencil and an eraser. Here is one that I did. You could see I drew the seal first, and then I did the ground floor. I drew my scorpion first, and then I did the ground floor around it. Also, I put some seaweed behind the fish. It kind of gives the illusion that the fish is in front of the seaweed, so you want to think about that. And I had my little angelfish swimming away from the shark, and the scorpion kind of being away, and this one with the look on his face like, oh no. So you get to decide. So you're going to draw your ocean scene, okay? And then you're going to get your oil pastels, and we're going to color in with oil pastels. Your shark needs to be neon because that's the part that's glow in the dark, the bioluminescent, and then we paint the background. And you can see from the drawing guide that they turn out amazing, okay? And so, yes, now we're going to do our details. So you get to pick whatever you want. You are the artist, okay? And then when coloring in, you're going to get your oil pastels. Make sure you can see this. And when you do the shark, I would like it if you choose 2 colors. And you're going to pick the neon colors, and they will be labeled in class. And let's say I do this bright orange. So I did mine in sections. So, and you want to leave some of the oil pastel, some parts white, because we're going to make it look like the ocean water is coming through. So I kind of left a little bit, just a little bit. Here we go. And you can see that the oil pastels spread really nicely. So you're going to pick 2 neon colors for your bioluminescent shark, which you'll be learning about in class. Okay. Okay, the next color I'm going to pick, I like this. I like this. Turquoise, why not? And these are glow in the dark. So in class you will have the glow station set up. You'll be able to check your artwork in the glow station once it's all painted. I'm going to go around that eye. So I would like it if you color the shark 2 colors, okay? And then you can color all of your other animals. Now, when I did my shark, the eye, I used white around the eye. So we're going to be covering this with black paint, and the black paint is going to change everything and make it look the illusion of water. So if you want your eye to stay white, you're going to need to use a white oil pastel. So you would take your white oil pastel and put it on the tip of the eye. And I will have all of the pastels that I own in class, so you can color things any way you want, using any colors you want, all kinds of different sizes and brands, and you are the artist. Now when I did my seaweed or my coral, I like to use more than one color. So you could see that I just used green and I used lime green, and they kind of mixed together. And you can see with this seaweed, I really liked them because they're kind of wobbly, and it gives the illusion that there's water and movement. Okay, so they're not perfectly straight. So you're going to go ahead and color in all of your things, and we will talk about what we can do, some tips with our oil pastels. So we're going to color all of it in, and then you will put your oil pastels away before we paint. And here's one. I have one done, so I can kind of show you how we're going to paint. So once you get everything colored in, and again, you should have 5 things, at least 5 things in your artwork. Then I'm going to have a painting station set up where there'll be a water cup, a washcloth, a paintbrush, and today we're using liquid watercolor, my favorite. And I have black, and I have a turquoise color if you wanted to add some blue to it. You can see in my examples, all of the examples I made, I used mostly a black background because these sharks are found at the bottom of the ocean where it's very, very dark. And I am actually a certified scuba diver, so I have been at the bottom of the ocean, and it is very dark, so that's why I did black. But I will have a couple other colors in class for those of you that want your ocean to be blue. You can see the amazing technique that the liquid watercolor is going to put on your artwork. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start with the black, and I'm going to put my brush in the water, dab, dab, dab. And I'm just going to paint over top of it. Okay? And it's going to change everything. I might need some water on that brush. Notice it starts to bubble up. And it's darkening everything. Oh, that's amazing. So when you're creating your art, it might seem very bright, but once we paint it, you're going to go nice and slow around the edge. And you can see with my jellyfish, I added some white to it, so the white shows up really nice. Oops, happy accident. Not gonna worry about it. You could see that the bottom of the ground floor I used yellow, but I left some sections open so that it kind of covers it, because again, there's not a lot of sunlight at the bottom of the ocean. And we'll be learning about these animals and how they were just